Welcome to Mo's Place, folks. Important warning before Wednesday that you need to know about. We got big action actually starting today. The real game changer? Oh, tell me if you know. Tell me if you know in the comments down below. I'll give you two letters to give you a hint of what's happening out there. JP. It's old JP and his old platoon. And down at the Fed, they're going to be coming out. They're meeting today. It's going to possibly change everything. I got some numbers you got to see. There's going to be volatility in the markets. All this and more, of course, should be by 2 o'clock tomorrow. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And, of course, the charts. What are the charts telling us? We had that death cross for Bitcoin and Ethereum, the 50-day SMA crossing over the 200 SMA. We got a lot of things that are pointing towards more fear, uncertainty, and doubt, better known as FUD. But are we actually at a point where the bottom's in this meeting today, the meeting tomorrow, leads us into a massive, massive rally? Or is this a fake out? We have not crossed certain key lines, the 50 EMA, hint, hint, and we go down lower. Well, we're going to look into it. There's a ton to look into it. And, of course, for those who have been asking, today's the day. If you do not know, today is Tuesday. That is the day that I like to go out and do and teach. I teach about zero DTEs privately in my Discord. If you want to see some of the action, and I do trade live, it is wild. It's a lot of fun if you want to learn about it, and a lot more. The portfolios, the expert traders, the 36 learning lessons, the live training and teaching, all this and more. Today's the day. Use the first link down below to get into the membership. We got, which one is it? Right here, 60% off your first month right now for a limited time. This is going to end soon. You can get in there. Code CYBER will actually take 60% off. It should be automatic though, but if you want to get in, first link, earner tier is the one that gets you. All right, now, for those who are wondering what I'm talking about and all this, the warning is this. We got a big thing happening right now as we speak. The Fed is meeting today, probably right now as you're watching this video. And they're going to come out on Wednesday, on the 10th, and talk shop. They're going to tell us what they got. The market has it priced in at about 87.3% chance of a Fed cut one more time. One more time. I remember when it was almost a sure thing, they were going to cut in December and January. Now, if you go to January, the odds of having a cut, at least one cut in both months, is only 24% now. It is 90% chance we'll have at least one cut between tomorrow and the next meeting in January. And if I get my face off there's about a 9% chance we don't have a cut at all. Let me tell you what happens. And this is the warning you need to know. When you go back and you look at the Fed, and this is for crypto, for stocks, for all of it. Let me just teach you about this. When the market prices in a cut, this is good. The market wants a cut. They want the cost of money to be cheaper in the U.S. And when the Fed drops the rates, it makes money cheaper. Now, this has been priced into the markets. You could come over here and you say, well, show me what you mean, Mo. And I could pull up the Qs. And you remember when they were kind of not pricing in a cut and we didn't have a lot of chance. Now, you've seen that. This is when the Fed comes out and they're talking nasty. It's not going to be good. We had a massive sell-off. And the odds of a Fed cut, all these cuts were going to happen, they went away. And all of a sudden, we had some bad news out there. And the odds of a Fed cut came back. And that's where you saw this right here. And so you had this rebound and the chance of a Fed cut coming back. Now, I will tell you this right here. If this Fed cut does not happen, if this does not happen tomorrow, you will see red in the market. And I think the markets will be absolutely scared. And I would expect to see more red. If we get the cut, it's not fully priced in. Could we see a nice little green move? Possibly. And when I look at this chart, it's already bullish, all right? We're above the 5. Oh, but we had red. Yeah, we had red here. And look, we finished higher. And we have red here. We'll see. We haven't had 2 red days in a long time, since 2 days in a row. We got to go back to the middle of November. So let's see if we have those 2 red days in a row. Now, if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be the Fed. But remember, that's tomorrow, not today. Today, we're still waiting for the Fed. We're still waiting to see what happens. 2 o'clock Wednesday, they release the data. Are we going to have a cut? Are we not going to have a cut? And at 2:30, Jerome Powell comes out, and he'll speak to the audience. When he's speaking to the audience, he's giving everybody the lecture. Algorithms are listening to every single word and trading up to the millisecond. And I'm not even joking about that. We can't go as quick as they can, but we can read it, think about it, and know what to do. I sold last time. It was the right move as we collapsed down. I had a lot of people, oh, why would you sell? You can see it. You can see his words were not even close. You remember all the videos I made on that? And I tried to help everybody. And a lot of you listened, you got out, and now we got down. Now we're rallied back up. So you could have saved, reversed. Right here's where I told you we reversed officially, and you could have rode that up. So for those who are trying to learn how to swing trade, learn how to do the technicals, I'll say it again. If you have not taken my course, second link down below, you're going to want to take that course. And like I said, the technical course is one of the best in the world, in my humble opinion. And it's dirt cheap with code LEARN right now, LEARN, 425 off there. So get in there, or you can use any of the bundles as well to get them all. Your chance. All right. So I told you this is the big warning, a monster warning to be blunt. And so as you're watching this, know that things are going to happen. Now, I talked a little bit about this with the whale, and we'll talk more about it, but that whale, they call him the Trump tariff whale. I brought this up in yesterday's video. Legendary. True. They were able to call it before the announcement from Trump, and they called it the right direction. This time, positive technical signals, expected rate cut, blah, blah, blah. They did a $100 million whale bet aligning for a potential breakout above the 3250 resistance. And there's a big resistance there, which we're going to get into. But I get it, and I want to share this with you. So, you know, when you have a major government thing about to happen, they're hitting it. They're nailing it. And they come out and put another 100 million on a long now. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me kind of thing. Do you want to ignore this? You know, I don't know who it is. I don't know what they know, but their timing seems to be almost perfect. So with that being said, we come over and we'll look at the charts. Still easily bullish on the Qs. We go to Ethereum. Check out the Ethereum. What's going on there? So with Ethereum, you have this monster sell-off, but also on the exchanges, the lowest liquidity or supply that they have had since 2015 when Ethereum came out. In other words, it's the lowest ever. If any squeeze happens where everybody starts to buy off the exchanges, all retail jumps in, institutions jump in, everybody jumps in, this is going to absolutely skyrocket. But what's going to trigger that? Because right now we are still in a bearish move. Like it, hate it. I'm just telling you guys. You can see the move here. Down we go, little change. 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 Down we go, a little sideways. Down we go, little change. And then we come here. Down we go, little change. And unlike all these other ones, I say that, but right here we had the 5 cross the 13 too, and tease the 50. Now we come all the way down here. Once we got down here, the RSI was broken over 25. That's a buy. It moves its way up, as it should. And now the RSI is back at 49, a little over 49, right around 50, neutral. That's a resistance. So when you have that major sell-off, and then you get a little bit of consolidation, the RSI is finally relieved, you're waiting to see if it can break up and really take off. Well, today's candle at the making of this video, You guys can see what's happening right now. We are roughly 3,100. And before you say it's bad, it's great. 3,100 is good. We are all the way down to, what were we at? Boom, 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 boom. 2,600? 2,600. Unfreaking believable. And now you're all the way up to 3,100. $500 almost up off of that 2,600. So almost 20%. So you had this massive gain on there. And now you had the 5 above the 13 easily. Confirmed. Double confirmation. And we're waiting on, we'll put it bluntly, we're waiting on the Fed. We're going to see what they do. The bull, obviously that whale likes it. The whale's loving life. 100 mil? Can you imagine 100 mil? You know, and people don't normally take everything they got and put it in there like that. You have 100 mil, you know, you get yourself a nice house, you get yourself a nice car, you put enough in to pay the bills every year for the rest of your life, and you can have fun with the rest. Maybe they did that, you know? Secure the roof over your head, make sure you got food in your belly and a ride to get somewhere with insurance, and have fun with the rest of the money. And you know what I find is most people in the world, when they finally come into money, and remember, I was an advisor for one of the largest financial advising firms in this country. I think it was the largest. It probably still is. What I find is people always want more. They want more. They want bigger house, more exclusive neighborhoods, the bigger lake. Hey, I'm on a golf course. Well, is it this golf course? No. Oh, I want that golf course now. Oh, what about on this ocean? What about this island? What about this, that, the other thing? They always want more. And people talk about how many generations it takes to lose generational wealth. I would argue that that people who create, I guess we're going to go on a tangent here, folks, as a teacher. I'm going on a tangent here because I think it's important. I think those who create wealth, and if you're watching this and you're like, I created wealth, Mo. I have businesses. I've worked my life. I got millions, tens of millions, maybe even hundreds of millions. And you're afraid you're going to lose it all. You're right to be afraid. What we find is that the person who creates the wealth, they dedicate their life to it. Most of them don't even get to enjoy it. And I mean really enjoy it. Travel the world, carefree, no more responsibility. Your life is that business, that job, and your investments. It's just all of it. And so what you do, you dedicate your life to that. And then when you pass on and the money goes to the next generation, they didn't have to work for it like you did. They didn't know hunger. They didn't know pain. What they knew is everything you gave them. And the one thing you need to make sure you give them, in addition to financial freedom and generational wealth, is one key thing: knowledge. You got to make sure you have trained them how to handle the money, how to handle coming into that kind of wealth, even if it's $1 million or $500,000. If a person never had a dollar and all of a sudden you give them $500,000, they're going to blow right through it. You need to teach them how to invest it, have it set up, everything, how to handle the money going in and out. Make sure you tell them what to do. And if you can't, make sure you put it in some kind of trust that tells them exactly what they have to do legally. And so I always say, if you want it to last multiple generations, not just coming up with the money, but coming up with the knowledge to go with the money. Sitting down with them, training them, making sure they know what to do. And for some people, it's too late. Obviously, you know, we never know when our ticket's going to get stamped. But when that happens, you know, we're on the other side. And we'll see. But I want to make sure everybody knows what to do. So I'm doing my best to share my knowledge and teaching with you. Hopefully it's helping. If so, put FF down in the comments. Financial Freedom Family. That's what it stands for. Let me know where you're watching from. Hit the like button. Get this one over 1,000. All right, let's get this one over 1,000 likes. We got a lot of money to make this year in 2025. I'll tell you one thing. I showed you Ethereum here. I'm going to show you XRP real quick. Let's just take a look at all of them, and then I got one more big announcement. It's big. It's big. I'm excited about it. XRP, a little bit of red too. Nothing big. All right, no engulfing yet. We keep failing off the 13 here. Go to Bitcoin. Do we do Bitcoin? Pull that up. Bitcoin, and we're continuing lower. We dropped back below the midline of the Bollinger Band. That's bad news. And we're still above 90 though. Yeah, we're still, nope, we're in the 89s. 89s. We did not want to be there. All right. And then, of course, Solana. That was the one that was just not good. Yeah, we're back down here in this line to support. And we'll see. So the other big thing, Japan. Japan is about to take out and change everything. They're looking to change their tax rate. If they change their tax rate, which is looking good, the controlling party is now on board with that as well. I did my research. Most likely it would be enacted, put in, everything for April 1st, their fiscal year. And if that happens and they take their tax rate from 55% on capital gains for crypto down to a normal 20% like stocks, you're going to see a massive amount of people getting involved in crypto. And the big four for them happens to be the same big four for me, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. They like those four. And if they do, and all these things happen like we think they're going to, you could start to see a lot of money flow in over there in Japan. That just adds to the buying power around the world. That's a major economy. And that's massive for the adoption and the continuation of buying and getting these exchange levels lower and lower until we have that short squeeze. So I see 2026 being a big year. I really do. When's it start? Best thing I can do is watch the charts and show you. And we're waiting. I'll be blunt. It comes down to one thing. Bitcoin has to lead the way. And if Bitcoin's going to lead the way, we get in here, boom, boom. Bitcoin has to lead the way. This is what you need to happen. What you're going to see this happen shortly, which is the 5 crossed the 13 right here. We crossed here, crossed back down, tested the 13 again, and now we got red. If we finish below, I'll be blunt, you get a candle finish below here, it should get nasty and come back, start to come down into this zone right here. And you can say, what zone? And for those just listening, this zone is between 86 and 84. If we fail and have a daily candle finish below 89, 88 anything, I think you're going back down there. I really do. And the resistance is right here already. The resistance, see this diagonal resistance? That has been resistance, let me show you for how long now. Ever since all the way out to October, the first week of October. And we are in December now, and that resistance, that diagonal resistance is holding perfectly. And I will tell you this is setting up perfect for Wednesday move. A Wednesday move, a big Wednesday move right here. It is setting up perfect. I can't tell you what way it's going to go. It really depends on the Fed. But man, you've been warned. One way or the other, it's either going to rock it or it's going to get hit like a champ. For now, we're still bearish. We will see where it goes. Let me know what you think. If you guys haven't gotten in, I'll be live day trading here today. First link down below, code CYBER, 60% off. Get in there, folks. That's awesome. You got to be in the earner tier. But automatic 60% off your first month is awesome. Second link down below, get over so you understand how to do this. You have to learn so you can earn. And the technical course is written by me. This is all about the expertise of a national champion coach, a teacher, all of it together to make sure you have the tools you need to be successful moving forward. This is our annual sale. Take advantage of it. It's massive. Code CYBER, C-Y-B-E-R, for this week. Saves you $4.25 off of there, or get the bundles. The bundles are on sale as well. Plus, you get the code to take even more off. And the last thing, I did want to bring this up. Everybody asks me, where you get crypto? Where do you like? Kraken, folks. Third link down below. They got a great deal right now. Over at Kraken, if you come in here, this fills in automatically, and it is get 25 in XRP for trading 100 or more. So take advantage of that, but you do got to use my link down below. All right, folks, I appreciate you stopping by. I will see you in the Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. Now let's get out there and make some money.